Well, Anthony, a hell of a game really, full of incident, but it finishes 2-2. Are you happy with that? Do you see it as a point dropped, or?
Yeah, it's a difficult one to dissect really. I think it'll be an entertaining game to watch back, that's for sure, and certainly for the fans. I mean, I think when you have a player sent off that early in the second half, I wouldn't say what minute it was, I can't remember, and then to get a 2-2 draw out of the game and come from behind, I think you'd be really happy. However, being 2-1 up going into the final minutes where you want to hold on, you'd be disappointed not to hold on and get the win. However, I think that the players just absolutely gave everything, from the ones who started and come into the team. You had Fabio coming in, Jamie Philpott, and I thought that everyone who come off the bench as well, Charlie come on, had an impact, same with Innie, were great, and you can't ask for much more than that. We knew we needed a reaction after Boxing Day, and I think the fans could see that we reacted in the right way.
And going back to the first half, it was pretty nip and tuck, wasn't it really? But you had a glorious opportunity to take the lead. Philpott went through one-on-one. You'd expect him really to bury it.
I thought that we were actually the better side in the first half. I felt like we passed it better. They were playing a very high line, and we got in behind them a few times. I think Kane got in behind once, and yeah, Jamie was offside a couple of times. However, they were so high, and he timed his run really well. And yeah, listen, he's a striker, he's a finisher. I thought he did everything we asked from him apart from score that one, and it was unfortunate for him, but he put in a great shift today, and thought we were unlucky not to go in the lead till half time.
A big talking point in the second half was obviously the sending off of Ches Isaac. What did you make of it?
Well, I mean, I just look at other tackles that have been put on us in the last few weeks or during the season, and I see yellow cards for them, or maybe even less than that. So from my first thought, I thought it was a yellow. They had a bad tackle in front of us in the first half as well, and I just thought the referee got one or two key decisions wrong in the game. That was one of them. We had a foul on our keeper, or their keeper, which I don't see that anybody had a foul on him, and that was disappointing when you're working so hard. I think the score was it 1-1 then?
1-1.
1-1, and that should have gone in, and that's a big decision in the game. So yeah, I didn't think he did get them right, but I'd like to see the send-off back. I know that Ches Isaac's a player who would never intentionally try and kick anyone. It was a ball that was bouncing in midfield, and I think he might have caught him, there's no doubt about that, but was it a send-off? Yeah, I didn't think it was.
But you must have been pleased though with the way that your players cleared their heads after going behind, and the way they fought back.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been an issue for us of fighting back and getting ourselves back into the game. I think we've shown great character all the way through the season, and I think part of it today was about the reaction from Boxing Day, and when we challenged them, myself and Jason Goodliff, the assistant, and they really rose to that. I think when you're 1-0 down, you're down to 10 minutes away from home. Sorry, down to 10 men away from home, you fear the worst, but they certainly gave everything and got back into it, and you can't ask for more than that. You really can't.
It was good to see Joe Ward getting more on the ball today, looking to take his fullback on. Yeah,
he did. I thought he was lively, he was energetic, he was good in the 1v1 situations, and yeah, he's had a couple of quiet games. Joe, I think sometimes physically it's difficult for him to back it up game to game, but look, he's working hard on his game and getting better, and sometimes that consistency with those attacking players, it's not easy being those attacking players to consistently be delivering the levels he's had, and sometimes when he's played really well against sort of Peterborough and Bury, to keep those standards high is very difficult for him. But look, he's a great lad, works very hard on his game and attention to detail, and was pleased that he performed better today.
And you made some changes today, obviously bringing in Joey to bolster up the midfield, and obviously Innie went to the bench. Was that tactical, or was it really to rest the players with another game coming up?
A little bit of both, some tactical, some physical as well. You know that you've got to use a lot of your squad during this time. The way we play is hard physically on the players, but I thought Joey come in and did a really good job in there, very, very good job of winning a lot of headers, second ball knockdown, spoiling it, protecting the two centre halves by sitting in front of their two strikers. We knew that they'd go quite long and quite direct, and they do that. And I thought he did a great job in there. And also I mentioned to Jamie as well, who just ran tirelessly up there. He'd be disappointed he didn't score, of course, but I thought he did everything we asked of him. And also Fabio, a real solid game from Fabio, was getting on the ball more, and it's been a difficult season for Fabio. I really feel for him, because he's never had these type of injuries before, and he's getting sharper with every game he's playing, and thought he did really well. And also Matt Young coming back in the team. So we did make a lot of changes, but a little bit of both that we'll have to probably freshen up again for Monday. But there were some really good performances today that we were pleased with.
And you mentioned Monday, obviously it's the return fixture against Aldershot. What can we expect as fans?
Well, listen, I mean, we knew that we needed a reaction today after that Boxing Day game, and we'll be looking to take the game to them on New Year's Day. It's the local derby at home. We could see the atmosphere and what it meant to the fans away from from home at Aldershot. And look, we'll be looking to put on the same type of performance today. We need to be performing better than what we did in the last game against them, and we're hungry, and all the players are, all the staff, everyone who works for the club knows how important that is for the fans, that game, and we'll be drumming that into the players over the next couple of days before that game.
And the last game of 2017, and we're just over halfway through the season. How do you see things so far?
Yeah, I mean, look, our target at the start of the season, and what it still is now, is a top half of the table finish. After the team nearly sort of being relegated last season, we wanted to rebuild. We only kept sort of 6 players from last year, and we knew that it would take time. We had a difficult start with the fixtures. It was I think when everyone saw the fixtures, they wouldn't have been happy seeing them. But then when we went on a little good run in sort of the middle part of the halfway part of the season, if that makes sense, we climbed the table quite quickly, and we've been hard to replicate that form in the league. And I think because we've had a great cup run, it might have, and I wouldn't use that as an excuse, but we've had a good cup run, and it's hindered our league form a little bit. Now we need to get back to that, because we know we can put the performances in. But I think all in all, we're looking for 12th and above, but an outside chance of the playoffs. I think that everybody can see in this league this year that it's just so tight. If you put 2 or 3 wins together, or you don't get beaten for 5 games like we did, you can quickly climb that table, and that's the important bit, that we want to be in a position where we can push up as high as we can, and we really focus on the performances first, and then see where that takes us with the results. So I don't know, you quietly pleased, I guess, with how we've started, but we know we've got a long way to go, and it'll be a tough half of the second season.
Lovely, thank you very much for your time as ever.